Hello, Ryan from Raw Forest Foods. In today's video, we are going to address the #1 question that we have received over time at Raw Forest Foods. That question is, how do I, Ryan Wade from Raw Forest Foods, like to take the raw pine pollen? How do I personally take it? Well, I'm going to show you right now. It's super simple. The way that I do it is I grab the package of raw pine pollen, I open it up, I take the inside package out. Now this inside package here, this is factory sealed at the processing plant. Of course, we harvest the raw pine pollen, then we process it over a low temperature air fractioning process that breaks the cell wall, increasing the digestibility of the pine pollen. Then it's packaged in these packages. Now these packages are never touched by human hands from that point on. And the reason why that is that it's not exposed to the oxidative oils in our hands. It's not exposed to the oxidative effects of the air around it. And when you get these, they're completely fresh. This ensures the integrity of the final product for you. I grab my kitchen teaspoon. Of course, this isn't a true teaspoon as far as baking goes, but this is what you're gonna have that's easily accessible all the time for you. I take 2 heaping teaspoons into a quart jar. Now it doesn't matter if you're using a mason jar like I have here, or if you're using a water bottle, a clean canteen. I use a clean canteen a lot of the time for this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to show you. You can see the nice bright yellow color of that. Now you're only going to find that in our Raw Forest Foods pine pollen. You can tell the freshness just by the color and by the smell. To those 2 teaspoons of raw pine pollen, I'm going to add half a quart of water. We're using filtered water right now because we're all out of our spring water. Of course, any water you have on hand is going to be the perfect water for you to be using. Now, I only fill that up halfway. I fill that up halfway because that allows for a little more action when you're shaking it. I'm going to give this a shake. Alright, that was about 5 seconds of shaking. Take a look at that. Do you see that color there? That's the Raw Forest Foods difference. The pine pollen is completely dissolved, so you can see how easy that is. Take off that lid. I'm going to fill this all the way to the top of water. Looks like that's into the filtered water. That's okay. This is an inexact science. Now this is what I usually have in my afternoons. I usually have a late breakfast. I don't have a lunch. I have another meal at dinner time. I take this on an empty stomach. I advise everyone to be taking their different superfoods and tonic herbs on an empty stomach. That increases the digestion of it. I sip this over a few hours. I don't down this all in one go. The taste of fresh raw pine pollen is fantastic and you're gonna love it. Now the other question that we get at Raw Forest Foods, as far as the volume of our questions go, is whether or not the phytoandrogens in raw pine pollen are going to be bioavailable in the whole food form. When I say whole food form, I'm talking about either the powder or the liquid extract. Now the tincture, the liquid extract, of course, focuses on those phytoandrogens. But the phytoandrogens in pine pollen are 100% digestible in the powder form. Now we know that through experience, if you take this, you will know 100% that those are having an effect. Now we get a lot of emails from people who have been able to raise their levels of free testosterone confirmed through blood work using Raw Forest Foods, raw pine pollen. We also work with clinical herbalists who do this in a clinical setting where they take blood work before they verify that the patient is going through andropause, they're suffering low levels of testosterone, high levels of estrogen. They start them on the Raw Forest Foods pine pollen, and then they confirm later with the second round of blood work to see that those levels of testosterone have gone up. That's how we know for a fact that this is increasing levels of testosterone. Now, we also know because we see that the #1 source of xenoestrogens, now those are bad phytohormones, are coming through dietary means. So they're being digested in soy products and hops and licorice, a few other things. Now, why would you favor the raw pine pollen over tincture? Where you're getting the full profile, you're getting the full spectrum of the plant, and you're allowing your body an opportunity to assimilate the whole entire window that makes pine pollen such a tonifying herb for your system. Now, of course, when you're looking at pine pollen, you're not specifically looking at the phytoandrogens. You're looking at the whole plant, which harmonizes the body. Because this comes with a complete amino acid profile, specific anti-aging amino acids, of course it comes with a lot of digestive enzymes and coenzymes. It comes with vitamins, minerals, and several other factors that are very important. Now those other factors, there's about 15 different ones that you don't want to miss. You miss all of that in the tincture, in the whole food, you're getting it. So that answers your questions. My favorite way to take this, on an empty stomach, take a mouthful of the pine pollen. Give yourself a chance to recognize and start producing those digestive enzymes, and let your body know that you're about to take one of the world's most powerful foods, and then drink it throughout the next couple hours. Of course, take this on an empty stomach because that's going to make all of the difference as far as your digestion goes. If you have any more questions, please feel free to get in contact with us. You can use our email, you can use Facebook here, you can use YouTube here as well. That about wraps it up for today's video. Hope you're having an awesome day, and